Hello everyone. My apartment is a straight up mess right now. I was literally looking for one calm, cozy section of this apartment to film this intro, and this was the best I can do, and there's still stuff behind me, so that should tell you a lot. But the best part of having such a messy apartment is that it will be extremely satisfying once it's clean. So I'm gonna bring you along today for that process. This is the kind of mess that appears after a few days of just like living life, having fun, and not taking the proper steps to be tidy. Honestly, we're just kind of dealing with everything being scattered and dishes, and I'm probably going to clean the floors and the surfaces as well. But on top of all this, I've got quite a busy day of work, so I am just going to be cleaning in short little bursts. I'm going to take it one room at a time, and right now I have a bit of time, so I'm going to start with the kitchen. Before we get started, I'm going to walk around and show you what kind of mess we're dealing with. Now, I did not move anything before showing you, so this is going to be a very realistic mess, and I hope as I bring you along, you feel motivated to clean your own stuff if you are also dealing with a bit of a mess. Anyway, time for a mess tour. Starting with the kitchen, the first place we will be cleaning. We've just got a few dirty dishes here. There are a few things missing from this little shelf here. Over here, how do I explain this? Yesterday when I did the laundry, I just wanted to wash this dish mat, so I just kind of stacked all of the clean dishes over here and did not put them back yet. Over here we've got the dirty dishes and some random stuff that are just kind of scattered about. I did a bit of baking this weekend, so some of the jars from down here are just kind of out of place. And we've also got just a few groceries that are scattered on this table. There are also clean dishes right here and dirty dishes. After that, I'm going to do the bedroom. We've got an unmade bed here. We have this huge bag of new shoes here that I've got to put away. There's some random scraps of cardboard down here. My dresser also needs to be cleaned. It very quickly accumulated clutter this weekend. And my desk. I've kind of just been dumping things onto my desk. Next is the living room. We've got a few just like pieces of packaging lying around. Over here on the couch, there's like some dishes on our coffee table from eating breakfast this morning. And then we've just got some yoga mats out here. They have a bit of like dust and stuff on them, so I'm just going to wipe them down a bit before I roll them back up. There's just some like reusable bags lying around from our busy weekend, and there's just some random clutter on our record player table. And after all that's done, I'm going to clean all the floors. And I also did not get to watering all my plants this weekend, so I'm going to take care of those today as well. I'm going to get started with just putting the clean dishes away. I'm gonna do voiceovers over these longer sections of me just cleaning because I want this part of the video to match the later parts of the video where I actually talk so much more. I find the kitchen so tedious to clean because I don't have a dishwasher, so I'm just constantly doing dishes when I have a few minutes of free time. This video will feel a bit all over the place because I also feel a bit all over the place, and I'm also filming this over the course of a work day, so it's going to reflect how scattered the cleaning is when I also have, you know, other things going on. But the way it's scattered also makes it a lot more manageable for me. Okay, I gotta tell y'all real quick. If you're new here, I made a video pretty recently just documenting me deep cleaning and reorganizing this kitchen because, as you probably just saw, there are so many spaces in here that I really cannot reach. So I just kind of reorganized things so that the things that I use the most are just really easy to access for me. And it has been life-changing. I mean, you can imagine. I've been cooking so much more in here just because it's so much more joyful, you know? I like don't have to take out that step stool to get everything that I need. So if you're dealing with a similar situation, a kitchen that kind of stresses you out, I would totally recommend reorganizing it or just giving a bit of attention to it any day that you have the energy to, because it is those little adjustments that make all the difference. Okay, my camera is actually about to die, so I'm going to charge it and do a bit of work, and I will see you right back here to actually do those dishes. Hello, I am back. I've done a bit of work and now I have a bit of time to work on these dishes. I think this is a good place to plop the camera while I start putting these random things away. Let me just get myself set up real quick. Oh! When I get too focused on my work, my bones are crack-a-lackin'. I will literally just sit perfectly still and like, okay, anyway, let's go. This was a much needed reset because I am leaving for a month-long trip very, very soon, and I just can't believe how messy my apartment got from just like not paying attention for just a weekend. And this happens more frequently than I'd like to admit, and I think just like recording this process was what actually forced me to do the cleaning, because I might have just continued to procrastinate resetting everything if I wasn't recording it. So I really appreciate everyone watching for hanging out with me. Y'all were my cleaning motivation for this much needed reset. So thank you. Okay, the surfaces have been cleared of all of the clutter. So now I'm going to tackle this entire sink of dishes, and then I will wipe all the surfaces in here. When I do chores, I try to choose a podcast episode that's like the same amount of time that I want to do the certain chore. I only want to spend like 15 more minutes, maybe 15 or 20 minutes doing all this. Okay, found one. While I do these dishes, I wanted to quickly talk about this perspective change that I've experienced in the time since moving out and just living as an adult. I used to look at doing dishes or just these chores that are part of life as something to kind of dread and kind of a waste of time, honestly. And I think since I've started seeing it as more of an invitation to kind of slow down and enjoy your time at home, you know, listening to a podcast or music, or even just like using that as time to reflect, like time that you wouldn't otherwise give yourself, just like to think about things that are happening in your life. I spend so much time doing dishes, so just that simple mindset shift, it's really subtle, but it has truly become a way for me to just slow down and ground myself a bit, and that is a huge difference from how I used to look at it. So yeah, thought it was worth talking about. The dishes are done, but I did just remember I have dishes lying around the other rooms. Usually I remember to check before, but I did not today. So I am just going to bring them all to the sink, and then we will be done with dishes. But yeah, just continuing on that thought from before, let me know if any of you have any thoughts on this or any similar perspective shifts that you'd like to talk about in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. Okay, now they're done for real, and I am going to get to the surfaces now, and then I need to eat because I waited way too long and my hands are trembling. These surfaces are clear and have been wiped down. The sink is clear. We've got all the dishes over here. I'm freaking starving, so I am going to eat my lunch. Luckily, it is just leftovers, so I don't have to dirty many dishes after all this work. I will see you afterward for the next room. I just wrapped up the workday, so I'm going to try to finish up all this cleaning before I go for my long daily walk, because I always love to come back home to a fresh apartment. So time to clean the bedroom. First thing I gotta do is make this bed. Kind of embarrassing to have an unmade bed at this hour, but honestly, whatever. Usually this is the first thing I do in the morning, but I just kind of like rolled out of bed and got the day started. My sleep schedule has been messed up lately, and it's my own damn fault, but it's because I'm having too much fun at night. I've been really trying to make enough time for my hobbies, which is why my sleep is so messed up, and which is why my bed was unmade until the end of the workday. Anyway. Beautiful. Next up is this dresser. I'm not a big buyer, but this weekend I bought so much to prepare for my month-long trip. I usually actually will put like refill products in a certain space in my closet, but there is absolutely no room to do that, and I am literally about to pack these all like probably tomorrow. So I guess for now I will keep them in like a bag. When it's a situation like that, I keep things in like a sturdy bag so that I can just move them whenever I need. This little pouch, I really want to use it for packing because it's just so cute, and I have another one in a different color. This is where I keep all of my sample perfumes. There's actually so many. I'll just put this in the bag and then I'll empty it and find a temporary home for all these samples tomorrow. I actually store a lot of my essential things in my top drawer so that I can keep this whole space clear. I used to have quite a bit of things like laid out on the dresser, and I just became so stressed by visual clutter like very suddenly, and I had to figure out a whole way to like clear this. The solution was to clear space in my dresser and just store some stuff in there. Okay, the dresser is clear. I am just going to wipe down the surface because it is a tiny bit dusty. I know I said I wanted to stop yapping and continue cleaning, but because this is such a random thing to talk about normally, since I'm on the subject, I would love to talk about it now. But basically, all my makeup, my daily makeup, is in this cute little box that I thrifted. I used to keep them all like vertically stored in these cups, and I just thought since they were all like visible, it would be a lot easier to use everything. I don't know what it is, like just keeping them all in this tiny little box. I love it a lot more than having all that visual clutter that I used to have here. This is really not necessary, but I'm like cleaning up the tiniest of details on this little jewelry thing. Perfect. Next is the most daunting task of all. Actually, I'll start with the shoes. That's less daunting. The shoes are all over here behind this freaking base. I don't know where to keep it. These are the shoes. I have a video talking about my new shoes. They're going in the bag. Don't worry, they are completely clean. And then we also got some shoes for my boyfriend. I'm always excited when we can get him some new stuff because, like me, he wears things until they are absolutely destroyed and disgusting. Big bag, dang. Okay, I will go put this with all my other reusable bags. And then I will go throw these scraps of cardboard away. I kept them for so long to do some crafts with, but I need to be so for real with myself because I have so much like junk that is just taking up so much space, and I have such limited space that I've got to free that space. I'm actually really procrastinating cleaning this desk because it's all over the place. So before I do that, I'm going to clear the floors. There's like random stuff scattered on the floor. There's like a pile of receipts. I don't know. Okay, now it is actually desk time. I like literally just got this tank top and got a freaking oil stain on it yesterday, and I just had it on the chair to like air dry it, but I saved it clean. Oh, I also noticed my dehumidifier needs to be emptied. I actually don't know how many days of water this is, but just from the closet, man. Ooh. My contacts are going in the box of things to pack. I'm gonna sit while I do this. Camera stuff. Okay, I guess I'll start with my random craft stuff. Look at these little clay things. I made a ton of clay magnets a while back as just like a little craft, and the magnets fell off of these too, so I just kept them here to remember to reattach them to magnets, and I continued to forget, so I guess I'll move them back to the kitchen. Like, what's next? Okay, we have all these charms because I fixed up one of my broken keychains, and then I was like, let me just add some more charms. So now it does a cute little jingly sound. But as a result, there's just all sorts of things on my desk. All these beads. And I was trying to do something with this like scrap fabric bag that I have laying around, and I was like starting a little journal cover. It looks really bad right now, but the vision will come to life just probably after my trip, because embroidery takes a freaking while. You guys don't know what I was about to do with these, but they've just been on my desk. Oh, green ribbons. Not me doing a freaking mess tour. Wait, didn't I do that earlier? You guys are seeing a frantic energy from me right now. Sorry. I've just been finding it like so impossible to make time for everything I want to do, which is like obviously the most common problem probably ever, and why I've been losing so much sleep. I've been meaning to like make myself a pin cushion because I don't own one, and I keep just like storing my needles like that, which is questionable. Look at these little keys. Oh my gosh. Oh geez, okay, craft bin. This is my craft bin, and it's stuffed. That's why I've been trying to get back into crafting, because I really need to fix this by using it. There was some semblance of order in here at some point, but it has left. So I actually am just going to throw things in here. What do I do about the craft in progress? Okay, I think I'm going to find one of those gallon Ziploc bags and put it all in one bag, so it's not just like loose scraps of things everywhere. Okay, yeah. I feel like such a mess right now because like both my camera and mic are going to die at any second now. There's really no need for me to be so frantic. I just want to get this done because I want to go to the gym. I want to go on a long leisurely walk, but that's like just been my state of being lately. I've just like been wanting to make time for everything, and it's not working out great. Oh my gosh, and there was more crafting things behind the monitor. How am I ever going to get everything to fit? That's actually a big step because this desk has been covered in craft stuff for way too long. There's this little pile over here. I also was trying to make time for journaling, so I've got all these journals over here. I guess my solution has been to like keep everything visible on this desk, which is why I have this problem in the first place. For now, I'm just going to tidy it all up so that I can come back to at least a clean looking apartment. I've been trying to use this one as like a junk journal slash commonplace journal type of thing. I don't really know. There's all these like random little things from life that I've been trying to save. I won't show you the pictures, but I've just got to like clip them all to the journal to not leave a mess everywhere all the time. I feel like I'm usually very tidy, but then when I'm in like a super crafty or like hobby heavy phase, it's chaos in here. I think I am just going to place all these journals together. My God, there's like at least 4 journals right here. There's all this stuff behind my easel too. You see this? Okay, I think these were things for me to shred with my little hand shredder. This junk journal thing would not be a problem if I was actually junk journaling. But right now I'm just like a curator of junk. The current solution is the desk drawers, which are a mess. Honestly, if I don't deal with it, it's fine. I actually really have to charge my camera and my mic, so I'm going to like shred these papers and move some stuff around, and then I will show you the fresh desk. Here is the clean desk. It lacks the character I would like for my desk because this used to be my boyfriend's desk and I've taken it over as like a hobby desk, but that is a problem for a different time. So moving on to the living room. I'm just gonna record this part on my phone, I think. I kind of just crashed out about my yoga mat. It's like so freaking squeaky clean now. This is such a weird angle. It's hard to film on my phone. But after I tidy everything up, when I go on my long daily walk, I'm going to have my little robot vacuum clean the floors. Normally I don't just like throw the crumbs on the floor, but my vacuum is about to get it. I just finished cleaning the living room. I'm going to show you everything before my boyfriend comes home. So here is the clean kitchen, almost clean. I'm gonna take those out in a sec. Here's the living room, all clean. Here is the bedroom, looking very tidy. So all that's left to do for the day is take out the trash and recycling, and then I am going to start my little evening routine, go on my long walk, go to the gym, and while I'm out, I will have this little guy clean the floors for me. And you will see my clean apartment on a cozy evening. I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, trash time. Almost forgot again to to water my plants today, so I'm going to do that as well before I go out. I am back from the gym and the floors are all clean. So let me show you the now fully clean rooms. Bedroom. Over here is my boyfriend's stuff to put back, so just pretend that isn't there. The desk is clear. The dresser is clear. The entryway I didn't show before, but we had so much clutter on our shoe rack. The living room is nice and tidy. Our little media stand is looking phenomenal. My boyfriend's making dinner, so just ignore that. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for coming along as I reset my space. If you made it this far, please do like and subscribe. I would love to have you join us here. I hope this video gave you some cleaning motivation if you need it, and I really appreciate you hanging out with me in this one. So I hope you all have a good rest of your day or good night, whatever is happening right now. I am going to go enjoy this clean apartment. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.